Hi, morning, good evening, good afternoon. Take two on today's 27th of February info as my sound issues that were kindly pointed out to me by a watcher called Robin. Thanks, Robin. The sound has disappeared and I've just tried it again and it did it again. So I'm going to see if we can get to the end with the sound intact. Today, 27th of Feb, my name's Kevin. I'm reading the letters written by my late father, Jimmy Hodge, who was a journalist here in the Medway area of Kent, and he wrote a letter every day of the year in 1999, 26 years ago, to mark the sort of turn into the millennium. And so I'm reading one a day, if I can manage it. People were asking a little bit, where does he get his inspiration for his daily letters? And not surprising, I think he was retired then. He did the rounds of newspapers, I think. I don't think he read too widely, but he got a couple of newspapers a day. He watched the news during the day. He got magazines. And he said one of the best things he used in his journalistic world was gossip. And he'd been talking to his sister, Pat, I think, who was very much, he said, in the Alf Garnett style of East End ladies, who gave BT a lot of jip because they delayed her phone bill, or I think she was cut off, and they took 2 weeks to try and reconnect her, which for a single elderly lady was probably quite a long time. They admitted culpability, but she said she'd pay off the bill in very small instalments over 10 years or something, so that was quite funny. Jimmy also referred to the fact he talked about handguns and how alternatives would be found. And in fact, that day there was a lad in Birmingham who had kept 27 pupils hostage in a classroom in Birmingham, and eventually it was always de-escalated with no injuries. But sadly, as you'll know if you're watching this, in 2025 we've had one or two instances like that, not least a serious incident in Southport back in July, which was very sad. So yes, guns, knives, weapons, crossbows, it doesn't really matter, does it? Although, excuse me, in 2025, words seem to be weaponized, because we've had a grandmother who wrote something on Facebook to say she wanted her local councillor to stand down because she didn't think he was very good, which provoked a complaint from that councillor and then a visit to the grandmother from 2 police officers, which seems a bit worrying. However, he then said he finished his PS with the fact that somewhere in Malawi, people caught a burglar in him naked off his manhood, as Dad put it. He went off running to the hospital, I guess. And Dad said it didn't compare to the sort of people doing things wrong now, and you pat them on the head and send them on their way on holiday. So Dad was always happy to make a comment of those sorts, but not too much else today. On today, that's the 27th of Feb. Hope we've managed to get to the end, and see you again tomorrow. Take care. There you go.